YouTube? What is good? Today we are talking about Instagram. Now we've all seen these videos on YouTube that say to get more followers, you need to post more, post at the same time of day, use hashtags, share your location, network with other users. But what do you do when none of that works? Why is your Instagram not growing? That's what we're talking about today. So everything I'm talking about in today's video, all the advice that I'm giving you is based on information I've gathered building my own Instagram at Ranft over the last few years. So once upon a time, back when I first started using Instagram, if you post a photo at 5 o'clock and someone checked their phone at 5 o'clock, they would see that photo first thing on their feed. But then Instagram introduced their algorithm, which, as we all know, hurt a lot of accounts, including mine. One of the main reasons why was when you posted a photo at 5 o'clock, someone could check their phone at 5 o'clock, and your photo might not be the first thing they see. A lot of things can cause your photo to not be the first thing people see. See, algorithms like Instagram, they're all about showing people what they're interested in. And Instagram doesn't actually know you, they just know it based off of what data they collect from your account. So let's say one of your followers spent all day going through different puppy accounts. Instagram's gonna think, oh, this person really likes puppies, and that is what they're gonna show them first. And your photo, it might go all the way down to the bottom of their feed because you're not posting anything about puppies. Now, it's obviously bad if your followers aren't seeing your posts, but what makes it even worse is if they don't see your post, they can't engage with your post. They can't like it, they can't comment, they can't share it with other people. And these engagements is one of the main ways that Instagram determines, is this piece of content interesting and should we share it with other people? So if no one's seeing it and no one's engaging with it, algorithms like Instagram assume this isn't interesting. That leads us to the first mistake people are making that's causing their Instagram to not grow. They're not paying attention to the analytics and using the tools that Instagram provides. Instagram has all types of features now that allow you to see statistics on each and every post and determine which posts are more popular and what type of posts people like more than others. I see this all the time with my own personal page. When I post a photo that gets a lot more engagement, a lot more comments, a lot more likes, I can go to my statistics and I can see, oh, 25% of the people who saw this post are not following me. And when I post a photo that doesn't get as many likes or as many comments, I go to that same statistic and I see, oh, only 6% of the people who saw this post are not my followers. And a lot of the time when a post has more engagement, it ends up on the explore page, and that is how more people are seeing it. One of the main reasons why a lot of people on Instagram will ask their followers questions or say, leave your favorite emoji in the comments or drop your 3 favorite songs or something like that. They want more engagement on the post because that post will more likely be shown to other people via the explore page or other features on the app. Now here's my point. Use the analytic features that Instagram gives you, check the statistics, and figure out what type of posts that you make get more engagement. It's just something good to be aware of. I'm not saying everything you post has to be the exact same, but just know this is what my followers like. When I post this thing, more of my followers interact with this piece of content. So for example, let's say you run a bakery and you post all types of different photos of the things you bake. You post pictures of cakes, bagels, breads, cupcakes, and donuts. And you realize when you check the statistics that photos of donuts always get more likes and more comments. Now, I'm not saying that every post you make needs to be about donuts, but you need to be aware that this is a popular piece of content on your page and figure out a way to use it to your advantage. Maybe post donuts twice a week instead of once a week. Maybe create a Saturday feature like the Saturday Donut of the Week, something like that. Just be creative and understand what piece of content your followers seem to engage with more. Our second mistake that could be slowing down the growth of your Instagram is the theme of your page. Now, honestly, if you want a bad example of how to structure your Instagram, you can check out mine, because mine's all over the place. Because my page is more of a creative page, it's where I share the photography that I make. I have all types of photos on there. I have stuff from the city, I have stuff from nature, I have portraits, a lot of different things. But if your main goal is just getting followers, one thing you can do is have a page that has a clear and concise theme. Here's the reason why. The explore page and the way Instagram shares content is based on people's interests in these broad categories. They might assume, oh, this person seems to like and follow a lot of stuff about nature. So if your account is about nature solely, you will most likely be shared with that person. It just makes it easier for these algorithms to understand what type of things you're posting and who to share these types of things with. Now granted, like I said, if you're an artist, if you want to have some type of artistic integrity, post what you want, it's not a big deal. But if you want more followers, if your goal is to grow your page, be very, very concise about what your theme is so Instagram can make sure it's sharing your page with people who will be interested in whatever it is you're doing. If building a following is one of your main goals with Instagram, strategy is a key part of doing that. I will say though, I feel so ridiculous talking about this Instagram algorithm like it's some type of overseeing overlord. It's pretty bad that this is what we've come to, trying to like figure out ways to trick this piece of AI, but we'll get into that another day. This is about helping you guys get followers because that's what you want. The third and last big mistake I see is people thinking that Instagram is the only place that you can get Instagram followers. Here's what I'm talking about. You can utilize other platforms and other creative ideas to get people to your Instagram outside of the application itself. One great way to do this is utilize other social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and how you're watching this video, YouTube. So for example, let's say you have an Instagram account all about makeup. You post the photos of the makeup you do and you want to grow this account. One thing you could do is create a YouTube channel doing tutorials of this makeup you are showing on Instagram and encourage the people who watch the tutorial to head to your Instagram and check it out. What this does is it allows two opportunities for discovery. Right now you only have one, you're just using Instagram. But if you're using Instagram and YouTube, now people can find you two ways and you can cross promote the two channels. You can post a photo to Instagram and say, hey, if you want to see how I did this, check out my YouTube, and you can make the tutorial on YouTube and say, if you want to check out the photos, head to my Instagram account. It's a win-win. Or back to that bakery example I talked about earlier, let's say that every Saturday morning you have 400 people coming to your bakery, but you only have 100 followers on Instagram. One thing you could do on Saturday morning, encourage every customer who comes in the store, say, hey, if you follow us on Instagram, you're gonna get 10% off the next time you come into our store. What does that do? It gets you more Instagram followers, but it also gets you more engagement on your posts, which potentially means more people could see your page. So let's recap all this. What you can do to speed up your growth on Instagram. You can pay attention to the analytics and the statistics that Instagram gives you. Pay attention to which type of posts get more engagement, get an understanding of what your followers are following you for, and take that information and use it to your advantage and try to build on that and try to get more engagement on your posts so these posts can potentially be seen by more people via things like shares and the explore page. The second thing is making sure your page has a clear and concise theme so your page can be shared with other people with the same interests who will take an interest in whatever it is that you're doing. And the third thing is not taking advantage of other platforms and other creative ways to get people to your Instagram, whether that's using other social media platforms or creating special incentives for people to follow you on Instagram. So that is my advice. Those are just the things that I've learned in my few years of building my own Instagram. But like I said at a few points in this video, I don't necessarily do everything that I talked about in this. Instagram for me is a way for me to share the things I create. It's not necessarily all about getting all the followers 100% of the time. It's about me doing me, and hopefully people recognize that and they follow me for that reason. But that being said, I wanted to give you some real advice outside of the typical YouTube video saying use hashtags, post more frequently, use your location, all that stuff that we see in every single video. So if you enjoyed this one, if you think it's gonna help you out, do me a solid, hit that thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if you think it could help someone out, do me a solid and share the video as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.